What is good, everyone? Welcome to another trade recap. Today is Thursday, March 12th, 2026. I took one trade today for a win of $1,041. Absolutely A plus banger trade. I'm gonna be going over that, going over my bias for the day, why I took the trade that I took, why it was such an A plus setup, and let's get on with the video. So, this is the one trade that I ended up taking right here. It was a tap into a 5-minute gap, 1-minute inverse to the downside. So coming into the morning, let's just go on replay mode right here. So coming into the morning, we had really obvious lows down here with this 4-hour internal low down here. We had tapped into this 4-hour gap, and we have a 4-hour internal low down here that we were really close to. So if we go onto the 15-minute chart, you guys will be able to see it clearly. Yeah, so on the 5-minute chart, you can see this is the 4-hour internal low down here. We were really close to it, and I wasn't really bearish or bullish on the day. I wanted to see what we were gonna do because we had just tapped into this 1-hour gap right here. We had just tapped into this 1-hour gap right here, and I wanted to see if this 5-minute that had opened up was gonna inverse. Maybe we could take longs to the 1-hour gap above, but I did not want to see us come up to this high right here because it was a protected high. On the 1-hour, if we go on the 1-hour here, we can see that there was no reason for us to go higher because we had swept out this internal high inside of this 1-hour gap and came back down. So there was no reason for us to go higher. I was only looking for a rebalance of the leg, maybe tap this 1-hour and come down lower. But I wanted to see overall what this 5-minute was gonna do. Basically, this 5-minute came in. We tapped into this 5-minute right here and ended up making an SMT with it because ES at that point hadn't taken that 5-minute gap. So if we go on the 1-minute here, you can see we took that 5-minute gap on Nasdaq, but on ES we had made an SMT with it right here. And then at that point, I was looking for a inverse fair value gap to the downside. We ended up getting that inverse fair value gap right here. You guys can see the crazy displacement through both of those 1-minute gaps. 1-minute gap, another 1-minute gap, boom, displaced through it. I set my limit at the retest of the 1-minute gap, my stops at the body closure of the 1-minute candle, targeting the 4-hour low down here. And there was also a 50-minute internal low down here that we got really close to. So that was just even more confirmation that we want to go lower. I had my break-even point at the 1-minute internal low down here. And absolute banger. We just flushed through that, started reversing back up. And yeah, just absolutely beautiful day. That's what happens when you stay patient and you barely take any bad setups. You get rewarded by the market. Now, why this was an A plus setup, we had instant displacement to the downside after making an SMT with a fair value gap, and we had obvious draws on liquidity to the downside. So when you trade with the market and you trade with obvious draws on liquidity, that is just a higher chance for you to bang on the trade. I think the most important thing off of any concept is knowing draw on liquidity. That's what every strategy has. No matter if you trade support and resistance, ICT, you have to have draw on liquidity. You have to know where the market is going or where it's going to be most likely attracted to. Basically, the gist is follow your rules, you'll get rewarded. $1,041 win today, really close to passing this account. Hopefully we can pass it soon, but I'm not going to get too ahead of myself just because I have a little bit left to pass it. I think $600. That means I'm going to spam trades. I'm going to take my time, only take A plus setups, and let's get funded, baby. Make sure you subscribe, turn on post notifications to get notified every time I upload a video. Make sure you follow my Instagram, my TikTok, because I'll be dropping shorts on there. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.